The sun was just beginning to rise, casting its soft light on the narrow streets of Calcutta. The city was still asleep, but Mother Teresa was already awake. A small, frail woman with an indomitable spirit, she had dedicated her life to serving the poorest of the poor. She moved with purpose, her white and blue sari billowing gently in the morning breeze. She entered the small building that housed the sick and dying. The air was heavy with the scent of illness and despair, but she didn't flinch. She had seen it all before, the suffering and the pain. It was a burden she carried willingly, driven by a love for those whom the world had forgotten. A man lay on a cot, his body racked with fever. His eyes were glazed, his breathing labored. Mother Teresa knelt beside him, her hands gentle as they brushed his damp hair from his forehead. She spoke softly, her voice a soothing balm in the oppressive silence. "I am here," she said, her words simple but profound. "You are not alone." The man's eyes flickered, and for a moment, the light of recognition shone through the haze of pain. He looked at the woman beside him, the one they called the Saint of the Gutters, and he knew that he was seen, that he was loved. Word of Mother Teresa's work spread through the city, and volunteers flocked to join her. Young and old, rich and poor, they came to serve, to learn, and to be changed by the example she set. In her presence, they discovered the beauty of compassion and the power of love in action. But Mother Teresa was not without her critics. Some questioned her methods, her motivations, and her faith. She faced their scrutiny with quiet dignity, unwilling to let their doubts distract her from her mission. "My work is only a drop in the ocean," she would say, her eyes filled with a determination that belied her small stature. "But if that drop were not there, the ocean would be less." Years passed, and the world continued to turn, but Mother Teresa's work never faltered. She traveled to the far corners of the earth, spreading her message of love and compassion. She faced heartache and loss, grief and despair, but she remained steadfast in her faith, her heart anchored in the belief that even the smallest acts of kindness could change the world. In the end, it was not the Nobel Prize or the accolades that defined Mother Teresa's life. It was the countless lives she touched, the souls she lifted from the depths of despair. It was the light she brought to the darkest corners of the world, the hope she inspired in the hearts of those who had none. And as she breathed her last, the world mourned the loss of a woman who had shown them the true meaning of love. But her spirit lived on, a beacon of hope in a world that so desperately needed it. For in the end, it was not the strength of her body or the sharpness of her mind that made Mother Teresa a hero. It was her unwavering faith, her boundless compassion, and her relentless pursuit of a world where love conquered all.